Good day, sir. This presentation introduces the principles and techniques of polygraphy. So first, the introduction. The polygraphy is about designing question carefully to detect lies. Kapag maayos ang pagkaka-formulate ng questions, mas magiging accurate at fair ang resulta. The examiner skills is very important kasi siya ang nagfo-formulate ng tamang tanong. Each type of question may specific purpose para malaman kung truthful or deceptive ang sagot ng subject. And the next is the importance of the questions formulation and test construction. Unang-una, nagbibigay ito ng baseline kung ano ang formal versus deceptive responses. Nakakatulong din ito para makapag-compare ng reaction across question types kapag standardized ang questions, nababawasan ng bias ng examiner dahil ito ang mas um, credible ng resulta at mas pinakakatiwalaan ng investigator at courts. And the next is the general rules and question formulation. Question must be simple, detect at madaling intindihin. Bawat answerable lang ang yes or no at hindi parang accusation. Hindi dapat naglalaman ng legal terms, religion, race at belief. Isa lang dapat ang elements ang tinutukoy ng bawat tanong para clear at fair. And the next is the different types of test question. The relevant question ay direct related sa issue under investigation. Ginagamit ito para tanungin directly kung ano ang kinalaman ng subject sa krimen. For example ng question, did you take the missing money from the office? Ito ang nakikita kung may abnormal psychological reaction sa mismong kaso. The next is the irrelevant question. Irrelevant question ay natural at walang connection sa kaso. Ginagamit ito para makuha ang baseline na natural responses ng subject. For example, ng question is today is Wednesday. Yun nagiging standard ito sa psychological reaction para i-compare sa ibang tanong. The next is the control question. Control question ay tumutukoy sa general this needs these deeds o past behavior, hindi direct related sa kaso pero nagbibigay ng concern sa subject. For example, have you ever lied to avoid trouble? Ito ay kino-compare sa reaction sa relevant at irrelevant question. The next is the knowledge question. Knowledge question ay tumutukoy sa specific details na alam lang ang guilty. Usually hindi ito public information, kaya kung alam ng subject, suspicious siya. For example, do you know what weapon was used in the incident? Nakikita dito kung may hidden knowledge ang subject about crime. And the next is the evidence connecting question. Ito ay ginagamit para i-link ang suspect sa physical evidence ng kaso. Nakakatulong ito makita kung may recognition or familiarity ang subject. For example, ang question, do you know those fingerprints were found on the sa arms of object? Kung may strong reaction, kunwari may strong reaction, maaring may alam siya tungkol sa ebidensya. And the next one is the guilt complex question. And indirect indirect ang approach ng guilt complex question. Tatanungin ka about similar but different act para nakikita kung may guilt feelings ba yung suspect. Na the example naman ng question ng guilt complex question is, did you ever steal from workplace before? Ganyan na mga tanong. Kung may guilt, possible may transfer ang emotional reaction sa totoong kaso. And the next one is the asymptomatic question. Ginagamit ito para makikita ang emotional state ng subject. Tinutukoy din dito kung may internal concern na nakakaapekto sa test. For example, are you afraid of being falsely accusation today? Nakakatulong ito para mas maintindihan kung valid ang ibang responses. The next one is the case to valid and reliable polygraph testing. Each question types ay may kanya-kanyang rule para magiging accurate ang test. Kapag pinagsama-sama ang iba't ibang types, mas madaling ma-detect ang proper formulation ng question at ang susi para magiging fair ang test. Ito rin ang nagbibigay ng reliability at consistency sa resulta. And the next is the general question test, the GUT. The GUT ay binubuo sa series na relevant question na nakakaayos sa planong order. Compare ang reaction ng relevant versus irrelevant question. Ito ang basihan kung consistent ang response ng subject. Ginagamit ito bilang base structure sa polygraph. And the next is the read and bow relevant irrelevant techniques. Ito ay isang early polygraph techniques na developed noong 1940s. Halo ng relevant at irrelevant question ang ginagamit dito. Ang hypothesis kung guilty, mas malaki ang reaction sa relevant question. Bagamat outdated na ito ang foundation ng modern polygraph test. Next is the purpose of read and bow techniques. Ang goal ng technique na ito is compare ang reaction ng relevant and irrelevant question. Kung detective mas malakas ang psychological reaction ng relevant question. Kung truthful naman, halos pareho lang. Dapat ang response ng dalawang types, ito ang naging basihan ng mas modernong test formats. And the next is the structure of techniques. Dalawa lang ang tanong ito dito, the relevant and irrelevant. The relevant naman question is tungkol sa kaso mismo, and the irrelevant question ay natural at pag-baseline lang. Simple siya, pero naging mahalagang hakbang ng polygraph history. The Baxter zone comparison test. Si Sleeve and Steve Baxter, nag-develop ito noong 1960s. Ito ay improvement ng control question techniques. May zone at structure na mas systematic para ihiwalay ang mga tanong. Ginagamit pa rin ito ngayon bilang reliable techniques. And next is the structure of ZCT. Maayos ang question sa apat na types. The symptomatic, the relevant question, the control, and relevant. Symptomatic check yung kung may outside concern ang subject, relevant para makuha ang baseline, the control naman at ang relevant question ay pino-compare para nakita kung truthful o detective ba. And the next is the quadri zone. The QZCT. Ito ay refinement ng Baxter ZCT. Hati ang chart sa apat na zone para mas objective ang scoring. Layunin nito ang dagdagan ng accuracy at diagnostic value. Hanggang ngayon, ito ang ginagamit at tinuturo bilang reliable method. And next is the purpose of QZCT. Layunin dito na i-detect ang deception ng mas accurate. Nakakatulong din dito ang bawasan ang examiner bias. Nagbibigay ito ng objective scoring gamit ang apat na zone. Mas reliable siya kaysa sa older method tulad ng read and bow. And the next is the fourth zone ng QZCT. The first spot is the relevant zone para sa baseline purposes. Next is the comparison or control zone tungkol sa misdeeds. And next is the relevant zone na tumutukoy mismo sa kaso. And last is the fourth spot, the symptomatic zone para makita kung may outside concern ang subject. And the next is the Quenke comparison techniques. Ito ay advanced version ng UZCT. May 5 diagnostic zone para mas balance at objective. Mas pinapataas dito accuracy ng polygraph result. Ito ay pinaka-advanced na technique na ginagamit ngayon. Next is the purpose of the Quenke zone. Ang goal dito is improve ang diagnostic accuracy lampas sa 4-zone model. Nakakabawas na examiner bias dahil mas balanse ang structure dito. Mas detalyado ang scoring ng system dito, nagbibigay ng fair at reliable na result. And the next is the 5-zone test. May 5 zone test. The first is the irrelevant para sa baseline. Second is the symptomatic para makita kung may distraction. Third is the control question na tumutukoy sa common misdeeds. And the fourth and fifth is the relevant additional control para mas consistent scoring. The next is the UTA probable light test. And the UTA probable light test is na-develop sa University of Utah. Gumagamit ng probable light control question na halos lahat ay may slight deception. Bibigay ito ng mas fair comparison to relevant question. Standard format ito sa modern polygraphy. And the next is the purpose of UTA. Layunin dito ang nakita ang deception gamit ang psychological responses. Mas fair ito kumpara sa mga luma tulad ng read and bow na techniques. Mas research based scoring para sa standardized result. Ginagamit ito bilang reliable format sa modern polygraph test. And the next is the question types of UTA, the PLT. May 3 base ng question dito. The relevant question tungkol sa kaso mismo, sa probable light control question, halos lahat ay nagagawa pero dinideny. At ang irrelevant question para sa baseline. the known test technique naman na mga marami ito na marami iba't ibang polygraph techniques na na-develop kasama dito ang CIT, DLCT, the MGQT, POT, that's RICT, SAT, the SIT, yun, may iba pa, basta marami pa. Lahat sila ay may unique na structure and strengths. Pinapakita dito ang tuloy-tuloy na pag-develop ng polygraph. So, dito natapos ang presentation tungkol sa polygraph test question at techniques. Pinapakita din kung gaano kahalaga ang tamang formulation at structure. Bawat techniques ay may role sa pag-improve ng accuracy at fairness ng mga techniques nito. And yun lang po, and maraming salamat sa pakikinig. Thank you.